Hi my loves, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for being here today, and I am very excited to be filming this video today because today I am going to be talking about a really unique book that I read in May, and I think it's going to be really beneficial to you all. It certainly has to me, and without further ado, let's get on with the video. So the book that I am going to be talking about today is Master the Money Game: Financial Freedom by Dhiraj Taneja. Now, I really want to thank the author for reaching out to me because this is a book which came at a really good time for me. And you know, as a person who has never really taken finances seriously, it was really eye-opening and enlightening. So let me tell you a bit more about this book. So like the name suggests, this is a book that deals a lot with financial freedom. At first I was wondering if this is the book for me, but then I did pick it up, and I have to say that this was a great book for me to have read, especially during this time of my life as I just entered my 20s, and I think it's a book which is going to be really beneficial for you, especially if you are in the same age category as me. I think if you are starting to become independent slowly, if you have just left school, it is a great time for you all, and I think you will definitely really find the book helpful. And I'm going to talk more about the video, and I hope you watch on till the end to figure out what it's about and how it has helped me personally. I would like to say that it basically divides the whole topic into three parts. So the first part is what is financial freedom, how it can change your life, and how you can be financially free, how you can get financial freedom. So I think it was really great the way the author has divided all of these very systematically into different parts, because you know, for many of us the topic itself is so scary, and we are so apprehensive to deal with it, and as such the way that the author has divided all of these things into different categories, it makes it much more easier for the reader to comprehend. I also have to say that the author used very simple and flowy language, and one of the best things is, now see, I was never a commerce student, so you know, if the author had used certain technical terms, it would have been really difficult for me to understand, nor had I been a person who is very interested in the financial world, in the financial sector, anything like that. Leave aside being interested, I didn't know much about this world, and as such the author used very simple language. He did not use very technical terms, and that has been really helpful to me, because obviously having had no commercial background, or no commerce background rather, I would have found that very difficult. He has written it in a really easy and simple language without using very technical jargons, so it's really easy to understand. And moreover, the fact that he has divided into three systematic parts made it much more easier to understand. And the way that we go through the book, it's like you go at it at a certain pace. First you understand what financial freedom is, how it can help you, and then you go into how you can make those changes to attain financial freedom in your life. So these are very systematic, and as such it is easy to digest, I suppose. Now, the first thing that the author talks about, which I think is the most important and something we don't think about, is that we have to be aware of our financial situation. We cannot just, waste money. I mean, if you tend to throw money away, I wouldn't even say throw, if you tend to put away money into certain activities, into certain things, you should at least know where your money is going. That awareness firstly is very important, and without that awareness you cannot ever achieve financial freedom, and I think that is a very great thing that the author has done. Now let me tell you how this book has affected me. I have never really had a budget per se. That's true, and that's very sad, but I didn't ever realize it, but I did. When I read the book, I realized that I have been wasting so much money, and half of the time I didn't even remember where the money went, and half of the time I did not even use the things that I bought with my money later on. So the first thing that I realized, that it's very important for you to be aware of where you are putting your money in. If it's an investment, if it's a short-term fun thing, if it's a long-term goal that you're investing your money in, or if you are, like I said, throwing your money away. So it's very important. The first thing was that the book made me realize that I was not at all financially aware of my spending and everything, and that's something that I have really changed. So the thing that I did was I made a budget actually, and it sounds so simple now, but I have never done that before. I never did a budget. I never kept a track of the amount of income I had coming in, about the amount of money I had going out, none of that. So the first thing that I did was that. And then of course the author also talks about many different things, and of course I think that some of the things may not be relatable to you at this particular stage, but understanding them is really important, because if you are like me, maybe like I said, I just did the budgeting, right? So in certain ways the book has really helped me, but certain points about it, certain facts that the author talks about are some things which I'm not going to maybe utilize right now in my life, but then I will not say that it's not like they will never be useful for me. It's very great that I learned the knowledge, and I'll probably utilize all of that a couple of years down the line maybe. Right now certain parts which the author included might not be for me, but I have to say that the author has really done it in a very systematic manner, like I have just said before in the beginning. But yeah, it has just made everything so easy, because like I keep on saying, I mean, the whole world of finance, of budgeting and everything is not something that I would consider very, very easy for me, for any person specifically who were not commerce students once upon a time, or who are just not conscious enough of their finances. But the way that the author has written the book, it's very, very easy to relate, understand, and the writing style is very interactive, very conversational, and it made everything so much better. The author also included certain quotes, certain anecdotes, which made it much more easier, because when you talk about certain high-flying people, it's suddenly very difficult to understand that we can relate to them. It's basically difficult to relate with all of these high-flying people, but then the author also included very simple examples, very relatable quotes, and it all made it so much more relatable. But yeah, I really enjoyed the book. I rated it 4 out of 5 stars. I actually read it on my Kindle, and it's quite short, but despite the concise length, this book really packs a punch, and I really enjoyed it. So I actually read it on the Kindle, and this is the cover, if you can see. And like I said, it was very short. I read it in like 3 or 4 sittings, because I took a ton of notes, and I bet all of these notes are going to help me at one time or the other, because certain bits of the like tips and everything that the author has included in the book, they have really helped me already. And of course it also gives you certain ideas which you might be able to inculcate in your daily lives and everything. And basically, I think the most important thing that the book has taught me is to be aware of my financial standing at the moment, and that is something which is very basic, very simple to sound, but it's the most important thing, I think, if you wish to attain financial freedom one day. However, I did really enjoy it, and I think you all should definitely pick it up. Thanks a lot to the author for giving me a copy of the book, and I thought it was very, very great. I would definitely recommend you all to pick this one up, because at this point of time, with the way the economy has turned out, I think it's very important that we are aware of our financial situation, of our financial goals and everything. So yeah, I rambled a lot on this video, but that's because this is a book which I think everybody should read, because no matter how irrelevant you might think finances are to you, it's very, very good, and it's very, very recommended that you stay on top of your financial gain if you want to achieve financial freedom. And that's pretty much it. I hope you enjoyed this video. I really hope to keep this video concise, because it's a very short book, but it really packs a punch. I will also include the link of the book down below in the description box, so that you can get yourself a copy of it. And I hope you find it really useful, just as much as I did. And I'll see you soon again next week with another book review. And take care, stay safe, and peace out.